And welcome back, guys. This is episode 22 of Occultists Anonymous. You know, one of these days, no, I was going to say, I'm going to come up with the titles beforehand, and I realized, no, that's no. So, hey, guys, thanks for joining us. We are kind of laid back today. I'm digging this session. Very, very chill, doing some investigations of being mages. But before we start, of course, a quick shout out to our patrons, because you guys are awesome. Thank you, Claire, Danny, Giovanni, Noba, and I did it right this time, Perry, Ryan, Samuel, Schmitty, and Thomas. You guys are absolutely fabulous, and we love you. Also, all you folks who subscribe to us on Google, iTunes, I think I got Spotify set up correctly. All you guys, thank you. And of course, you know, YouTube comments. I see you.
Noise.
Yes, we appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for hanging out and being part of our community. And hey, come join Discord, and that way you can yell at us. And our theory crafting channel is ridiculous, by the way. If you ever want to have questions asked, like, hey, what happens if these things happen? That we got people talking about it. And we had a question come up. It's like, what is a soul? And I sat back and I'm like, I ain't saying shit. It was terrific. Just everybody trying to figure it out and do your own thing at your own table. But I ain't saying what a soul is here. So, maybe
I got new goals now because he won't tell me.
Is it a miserable pile of secrets?
Yes.
What is a man?
Well, that is what a man. So, anyways, when we last left, Weird was technically not opening Songbird's mail, but was checking out who had sent mail, and then got some abyssal backlash for it. Actually, technically, abyssal backlash is a different condition. She got an abyssal imago for that. So yay, paradox. Sorry, I shouldn't cheer for that. The abyss is bad.
We've had one that did something though, so
I know. Yeah. So fun
and
stuff.
Because luck goes both ways. This is probably when I'm going to get the call from the Guardians.
Right? Like, hey, we need to talk to you, and you have to show up with the abyss
what
in
the
your
fuck
abyss.
did you do?
Yep. But I think we pick up with Songbird, who has just gotten a text or call from Atratus about, hey, Temple of Prosperous Future.
and I mentioned the Red Dread. It's like Giza said he might remember something about them.
Cool.
You know, some real old guys, go ask them about these people who went missing.
He's suggested older people than him who might remember stuff. So yeah. Which did you guys get all the names off that list besides just Red Dread?
Someone sounded like an angel. Camiel. Borsine.
Mm-hmm.
Have we met that person?
You have not met Borsine.
We haven't met either of them.
Nope.
And then the hierarch.
In the hierarch.
And the hierarch.
Which we can't just go chat them up.
You can give them a call. Or a message.
I didn't even vote for this guy.
Yeah, you don't really vote. That's free council. But yeah. By the way, is this in the group chat, or is this just between the two of you guys?
I think just the two of us so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because we haven't really asked the others about it.
Nope. So that's fine. I was just trying to figure out who knew what. Okay, cool. So yeah, we pick up with actually our that's right, because you're like, it's prime gun shooting time. So right. I'm gonna take that as you were headed out to go meet up with Red Dread.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Maybe that. Cool. So yeah, you know the normal hangout for Red Dread, so you head that away. The adamantine arrow, cover, basically. It's like I think it's legitimately like an a not Bass World Pro Shop or whatever that is. It's just like the off-brand or the local brand.
It's a Gander Mountain.
Yeah. Red Dread is in there. Yeah. Red Dread is there. And, there's the normal group that you've started to recognize as like some of the, oh my gosh, what are they? Storm lieutenants or whatever they're called.
God, we have the best name for everything.
Yes, they do. Like Adamantine Arrow. Do you want everything to sound like you were being like heavy metal? Cool.
We now grant you the rank of Thundercock.
Thunderbolt Guardian is the term. Yeah,
That's so
Talons.
cool.
Talons, First Talons, Thunderbolt Guardians, Adamant Sages, Banner Wardens. Yeah. Yeah.
What are the Mysterium called? We don't have cool titles.
You asked for it. Acquisitors, which is technically what you and Mammon are. Censors, Savants, Curators, and it's led by the Hierophant, as opposed to the Hierarch.
Mhm.
Savant, by the way, that is, you would know that. Is one of the Savants. Silver Ladder has some crazy names too, but you guys aren't Silver Ladder, so you don't know those names. Cool. So yes, heading over, meeting up with Red.
I got my own religion. I don't need theirs.
Yeah. And the Thunderbolt Guardians that you started to recognize.
Cool.
Yeah, that hang around and work with Red and are there as well. A lot of them aren't shooting. They're maybe doing some guidance and talking. But yeah, so he's actually at the shooting range, earmuffs on and stuff like that, plinking away occasionally and talking with some folks. But yeah, that is where we pick up.
Cool. I think I'll kind of just wander over near the area. This seems like a prime opportunity to roll some social dice.
Because we never do.
Since we never do that.
Yeah.
So maybe like
Thanks for reminding me.
Maybe like a socialize roll or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
To try and just like fit in and like kind of shoot the shit and like wait for an opportunity to
right. Sure.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I really should remember that. That's a thing, and I'm not playing D&D.
I have so many points in that I've never used.
Yeah. I give you too many people who are just happy and friendly and more than willing to chat. Definitely roll some presence plus socialize.
Cool.
Ooh, and actually add 2. Because this is a social roll and you have adamantine status.
I had more than that. Striking looks.
Oh, yeah, all that other stuff too, but yeah.
Yeah. Good thing.
Songbird, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
You succeeded. It's fine.
In a nutshell.
With an 8. It wasn't even like big.
Yeah. Well, on the plus side, yeah, it is, you got a success, you fit in. That's the main thing. There's no like, oh my God, who's this guy? It's,
right.
Just very casual conversation. And, there is some, discussion because you notice that amongst the people, like, you're definitely like, okay, recognize you. You guys have like the look of mages. But then there's a couple of people and you notice those are not mages.
Nope.
No. Those are definitely more.
They're just shop regulars.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, you know what? I should be a little bit more circumspect in what I say. But yeah, and it's gun chit chat, and I mean they're talking about the weight of their triggers, and I added some yeah. It's shop talk, to which poor Songbird is like, yes, guns. Those are things. They fire bullets.
Guns exist.
It's true.
Yeah. But
they're banned in my country.
Yeah. Eventually, the couple different Thunderbolt Guardians are kind of looking around and definitely picking up the fact that you don't use guns, looking around amongst themselves. And let's see here, because I know I have more adamantine arrows.
If you have an Abrimos for me at some point. Literally have not met another Abrimos, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Really? Oh, well, beside Red Dread, I think. Nope.
Oh, is he?
Thyrsus. Nope, he's
Thyrsus.
Thyrsus, yeah.
Or... No, he came to me in my dreams at one point.
Oh, yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, fair.
Wow, okay. because like I said, I rolled randomly on stuff, and
None of them were Remus.
I just looked at all my notes. I'm going to have to change some of these. Fortunately, you don't know who some of these are, but there's a load of Acanthus in the adamantine arrow right now, so I'm gonna change that because
surrounded by them.
Legitimately, I'm
Can't
like,
swing a cat without hitting an Acanthus in New York.
No joke. Yeah. So we're going to change. I think this one. Yes. We're going to change that. But yes, no. Amongst this group, there's definitely like an Obrimos or two. Especially adamantine arrow. Yeah. Forces. Yes, please. But yeah, a couple of them, looking around, and eventually one kind of looks over. So, yeah, because they would refer to you as Songbird, I think, because and yeah, so Songbird, what are you doing around this way? We don't tend to see you at a shooting range. We tend to see you in the ring.
Yeah, well, trying to diversify my myself and my actions these days a little bit.
That is good. Oh, actually, because were you here yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Or earlier, maybe a couple days ago.
This week. Yeah, that's true. But okay, yeah, that's good. And like Red Dread kind of gives you a look. It's like looking at you, and yeah. Let's see how your aim is improved. Kind of like over here.
Again, take me to the bow range, and I'll be fucking going wild.
Absolutely fine, because you got decent athletics. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he brings you, a little bit down, and like, pulls out, from some rack somewhere, some simple like 22 that's not loud, and just sets that down, and kind of leans and kind of walls you off from everybody else, and he's like, do you need something? Because I don't expect to ever see you here. I'm not complaining, but
I took your advice and went and talked to Colossus and Pip.
Oh, okay.
About things I could do, and
very good.
In the words of Pip, Songbird, I'm going to give you a quest.
That does sound like Pip, yes.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm about it. Really leaning into this whole like lost relic mage sort of thing. She wants me to track down the like pull out my phone. Thrassan's like sounding this out. It's like this doesn't make sense in either language I know. Thrassan's Codex of Cerebromancy.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that has been missing for a bit, and she sent you to go find it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, absolutely. Cool.
Anyways,
how can I help?
I came to talk to you. You've got some more experience and wisdom than a lot of other mages around.
There's a knowing look, but yes, go on.
I thought maybe you might have remembered anything about this Mashta or his cabal or anything about that.
Mashta.
I mean, it's missing from our records and everything, so.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I told you the whole cabal that went missing about 60 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And okay, he kind of looks. He's like, "You're gonna have to forgive me because that was when I was like your age." Temple of Prosperous Future. Yeah, weird group. Bunch of Silver Ladder folks. Mashta was their banner warden, actually. Really, really into like urban renewal and fixing things up and making New York better. And bear in mind,
hippies.
No. I mean, they were.
I mean, 60 years ago puts it at like
Yeah.
literally 1969, like
right.
Summer of Love sort of situation.
Right.
So.
No, they weren't quite. I mean, that's more free council stuff. They
yeah. I mean,
right.
You got to figure.
No, they were more into. I mean, I guess they probably would have gotten along with hippies, but they were working with. They pushed a lot of charity. It's Silver Ladder, so they always work in the upper. Well, at least in this concilium, they always work in the upper echelons. They try and move the money around. And like they were ballsy with that name. The Temple of the Prosperous Future, they had an open public like boys club, a men's secret
like
society kind of thing. Very Freemasons. And they welcomed the well-to-do of New York and tried to push, making everybody better. I mean, it was normal Silver Ladder bullshit. You and I know that handouts doesn't work. You got to fight for what you need. Anyways, but and he's conflict builds you up.
Sure.
But Mashta, and damn if I ever bothered to learn any of the other names. But 60 years ago, and they just disappeared, building and all, actually, now that I think about it. They were set up near Central Park somewhere. Somebody's penthouse was kind of they basically converted a home into a big
like right there on Park Ave, like overlooking Park.
Oh yeah, like money. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they converted some penthouse, and it was open to for folks to come and visit, and there was no they converted the whole thing into just like this big open showroom thing, and then just then the whole cabal was gone. The whole penthouse was empty down to like the floorboards and studs. Like they picked up and left, and didn't want to leave anything behind. There was an investigation. We looked into it, had mastigos crawling all over it, and I guess they didn't come up with anything. I don't know if Abyss gone wrong, or they were just really good at getting out. I mean, as far as arrow stuff goes, the Codex, I think, is the only thing they had. I don't know if the Silver Ladder misses anything. I don't even know if they collect anything. But yeah, and then just Mashta and that whole gang were just in the wind. Supernal summoning gone wrong, Abyss coming through. I don't know, Guardian hit squad.
All right. That's kind of terrifying, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was a nice big scare. Everybody locked their doors real tight after that. Everybody went to bed with wards. Cabals hunkered in sanctums. Yeah, and then we waited for the big backlash. We thought it was Sears. That was the thing at the time, was Sears had nuked one of the most open cabals, and the Silver Ladder made a big stink about it, and pointed out that we weren't supporting them enough, and this is what happens when the arrows aren't serious about defense. Bullshit. Yeah.
They should give us more reign to plan things then.
Yeah, you take that up with the hierarchy.
I think I'll save the politics for those that are good at it.
Sure. That's probably the best. Any other questions?
Other than just some general advice on, I guess, supernal summoning.
Research. Plan. Make sure you finish the spell or finish the summoning when you're still wide awake. Like, start early in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it like, oh yeah, I'm going to end at midnight. It's the witching hour. Terrible idea. Because then you are talking to these things beyond your ken and you're sleepy.
Wake up, get a cup of coffee, start summoning. Hard.
Yep.
Plans for tomorrow?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. All right, thanks, Red. And then crack off one last shot and it probably goes wildly off base, but
it's like, yeah, okay.
22s are so easy to shoot.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, okay. Give me that. Pats your shoulder.
I'm rolling 2 dice. It's it's probably fine.
You hit 2 and
something.
3? Yeah. 2 out of 3. Something like that. But yeah, pats your shoulder. Good luck with that. And hey, you bring that thing back, I will buy you drinks. Cool. And then you bebop home, I guess. To which Weird is waiting. Travis, were you doing anything?
No, I've just gone on home.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys arrive home. We'll probably say at Travis, since she was probably headed home directly. There's an envelope on the floor.
Just open the door up. I'm gonna pick that up and put it on a counter because.
Okay, sure. Yeah, on the front of it, it reads Acanthus, Songbird.
Nielsen.
Is it Nielsen?
Yeah, it's his last name.
Cabaret Nielsen.
Cabaret is the middle name.
Yep. But yes,
who's it from?
Songbird. Yep.
Please have a return address.
Nope. No, because like I said, bike messenger, so not actually mailed. It was just hand delivered.
Is it like a manila envelope or like a small?
No, that like
what's it look like? Yeah.
It is a large, like very upscale stationery. Like there's a little gold border around the front of the envelope. Like you pick it up and it's like, oh, that's really nice printing. And you kind of tilt. It's like, oh, that's ink. Somebody calligraphied the front of the envelope.
Fancy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna put it on your counter so you see it when you walk in.
Cool.
And I guess go see what Weird has done.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because you probably would have only been doing your room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah. So time runes and fate runes and path symbols all over the place. Hourglasses and tarot cards.
The sanctum will cover our entire place, though, right?
Technically, sanctum can't cover the whole place. Yes.
Yeah.
But I believe Weird is setting up a particular section for like making a domain.
Sure.
But yeah, the whole sanctum, I think at this, the whole place, I think basically, especially since we're kind of doing this fast forward, you guys have had more time to arrange some things, put up some, stuff. And bear in mind, a sanctum, like, doesn't necessarily have to have, supernal symbols. It has to have stuff that, means stuff magically to you guys. So legitimate, we made the joke last episode about, oh, there's pictures of birds everywhere, but legitimately,
yes.
Stuff like that, symbols, even, just like, oh, there's feathers now painted on the wall and stuff like that. Stuff that makes it feel like to you guys magical.
Yeah.
So, and then, Songbird, you arrive. There is that envelope sitting on the counter.
You got some real fancy mail.
So when he's on the envelope, we're just kind of hovering.
Who brought it?
Bike messenger.
Okay. Interesting. You seem very curious about this, Weird.
Yeah, I am. Some rich guy in the financial district. He's the one.
Okay, yep, that answers my next question. Because usually when Weird is curious, she just finds her own answers. So what does the letter say before I even fucking open it?
It's an invitation to dinner.
Cool.
I'm sorry, was that rude?
Little bit.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm sure you had.
I don't know exactly what it says. I just know what it's here for. It's here to invite you to dinner.
All right.
And
Was there any particular reason you were so curious about it?
Because I just did a quick omen when the bike messenger dropped it off, and I had a idea that this was not necessarily a good thing. It was.
Hang on. We're all
What
nerds
idea
here.
about the messenger?
I have a bad feeling about this. Thank you. We can continue now.
I had a bad feeling about it when the messenger showed up at the door.
All right.
I don't think this is a good thing.
Cool. Well, let's find out.
It could be an innocuous bad thing. It was a little.
So you go ahead and open it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, open it, and yeah, the top section there says, Acanthus Songbird Nielsen, you are, invited to dinner. Let's see here. Some address, super fancy, like house areas, not like penthouses, but, in New York where they actually have a large house.
So like north outside of the city, probably.
Yeah. Come have dinner, as well as, well, I'm trying to think of exactly how it's worded, but yeah, at such and such address, such and such time. Well, actually, I don't need to say such and such time. April 3rd. Hang on. I think that was a Friday. Let me double check.
Is it like a party, or are you just being
April
personally
5th.
invited?
At this time that blah blah blah. Your 3 guests are expected.
Oh shit!
My 3 guests are
3
expected.
guests.
Jimmy Smalls, Jerry, and Ethan. Done. Obviously, this is about a fight thing.
Say who it's from.
Nope.
What the fuck?
I'm Googling that address.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So somewhere you said north of the city.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What, New Rochelle?
Yep.
Yeah. So someplace out, kind of towards the towards the water.
There is a wonderful, beautiful yacht club out that way that I have been to because that's where my buddy got married.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, it is a house somewhere near there.
Cool.
Yep.
If I look it up, can I find like any names associated with this address?
Let us do some, because I'm bad at social roles, but let's do some research. And this will just be this will just be literally wits plus computers.
Computers? I don't do those.
Sounds
I have 2 points in computer, actually.
Never mind. I do some
I do
computer.
this. Cool.
I mildly hack on the weekends.
Wits plus computer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should scroll down.
3
Sorry,
successes.
audience. Hey, just in time. Yeah. So yeah, very quickly. Well, nope. No,
Doesn't do
there's
it?
no.
There's nothing there.
You spend about 10 minutes going, this is owned by some firm, which itself, like, you're like, okay, so this is a house owned by shell companies.
This isn't a person's house. Cool.
Yep.
I don't like
Weird,
this.
you were saying something?
Songbird, I only looked at it because I had a bad omen. I was only looking to try and protect you. I wasn't like
weird.
prying into your secrets or anything. I don't want to make.
I know. It's okay.
Okay. Sorry.
It's fine.
But
I
it
appreciate had it been something actually bad, I appreciate you looking out for me.
The vigilance.
I don't like this. This is.
Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, I mean, I've got so many questions like, what the fuck do I wear? And what are they serving?
I'm just like gonna pat you on the shoulder. Of course you do.
Now, and this
Does it say dress code?
Nope. By the way,
look
the
at it
whole
with
page.
mage
The whole
sites.
page is. We can get there. The whole page is handwritten calligraphy and stuff like that. But yeah, you can definitely mage site it up.
Yeah.
Split it.
Is there anything unusual about it?
let
Mundane
me-
paper.
Actually, the one thing I will tell you is that as soon as you turn on your mage site, yes, cool. So ultimate marks. Okay, yeah. So as soon as your mage site, turns on, there is written in high speech, like watermark style. And let's see here. It's a short message in high speech, which is, some gobbledygook, but it says Puck building cabal.
Cool. So mage thinks.
One would assume.
With matter site, what's the ink made of? It's just ink.
Yeah, it does appear to be. Oh, actually, like the full composition and stuff. Like, yeah. So yeah, you've got all the normal stuff that you would expect from ink, but there's a couple little things that like make you feel like this is some like specialty ink. Like there's like, oh yeah, there's bits of gold and silver in here, and some other little fine tunement adjustments, titanium. It's like this is some high end. Highfalutin.
So this is addressed specifically to us as a cabal. I don't like it.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It won't be fine.
It won't be fine.
Now, one thing I'm going to bring up, because you already have your death site up, you could scrutinize it, because that is a spell.
You let me know. So yeah, you say this, and I think that would be when I kick on my.
Yeah, because I don't think Death Sight's going to tell me much useful things about this note.
Well, but you can learn stuff about it with any site. It doesn't. You don't have to pick the right.
Right.
It's not a rock paper scissors thing, right?
Right.
Well, it tells you things related to that arcana.
Now, right, and regardless, you can always pick up the signature Nimbus.
Okay.
That is one of those deep things that you can always see.
So what do I have to roll to scrutinize?
That'll be the 1 point of willpower, which, by the way, you all should be at this point full on willpower. And that'll be
so death and gnosis, right?
If you want to use death.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep.
2.
Okay.
While she's doing that, can I do with faith?
Sure.
0. And let's see, how many free rolls do I get?
5, because you have gnosis plus death.
3.
Cool. Yep.
Does that do it? Okay.
Yep. And then
So
you would
to
have to do
reveal-
one more time to reveal.
Same roll? Okay.
3.
All right. What do I find out?
Back 3s. Okay. Well, because Weird is doing the same thing. So.
As is Songbird.
Okay.
Do I get a beat for scrutinizing also?
Yes. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because you revealed. Hang on. Craig, you went so fast.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You
Okay.
were good. Though we'll take that second one as a scrutinize. And the first scrutinize didn't come up with anything. So you'll need to roll again, but at a minus. Okay, that's fine. 3 successes. I'm not going to stress about it because doing it again would be a -1. I have to remember that. So cleared the opacity, completed your scrutinize, and then I think Songbird said he was going to do it as well. Yep. Okay. And Songbird is done because I'm sure you're using Prime.
Yeah.
It's like I'm reading a Prime spell with Prime magic. Yep. And the reveal. Sweet. Okay, cool. So immediately, you guys, for Tratus and Weird, you both get an arcane beat because this is the first time you studied Prime magic. Let's see here. Building, mysteries, opacity, resist deep information. Okay, cool. So surface information.
I thought you always got a beat for scrutinizing.
Scrutinizing
revealing.
something new, I believe. We can double check that here in a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. But yeah, surface information. It's the result of our awakened magic. Oh, right. All you need is the surface information to get the signature nimbus, unless we're using a root. Forgot about that.
Mhm.
Either way, how old the mystery is, it is about a 1 hour old. Well, at this point, a couple hours.
Several, yeah.
What practice created the mystery? Whatever 2 prime is to cast that stinking spell.
It's ruling.
Yes.
Invisible rings.
Yep. What practice? Okay. Was it using a rote or the effects of an attainment? Okay. You need deep information to get the signature nimbus if it was a rote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, surface information would have given you the signature nimbus right away. Got it? So we'll remember that in the future. Anyways, spell factors involved. Advanced duration, about a day left on it. Whether it caused a paradox? Nope. Spell has not been relinquished. Phenomenon as being linked to one that you have scrutinized before. For you guys, nothing that you recognize. For Songbird, you're like, I know this spell. If not awakened magic, no, we know that supernal realms and how the arcana relates to the mystery. Right, okay. So you guys recognize this as literally just prime magic formed to leave an invisible message. Songbird, like I said, is like, yep, nope, know what this is. The signature nimbus, though, is a little bit disconcerting. You have a sense of things being twisted out of shape in a very uncomfortable fashion, like pushing on borders and boundaries, twisted, pushed, stretched, squished, and it has this very, not quite to the point of like torturous, but something is
like H.R. Geiger kind of feeling.
Potentially, a lot of actually, it has that whole the stretching, when people are doing the balloon thing where their hands are pressing against and try to stretch and press out, something trying to get free, pushing against boundaries. It is that is kind of gross.
I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go.
Hey, Songbird sounds like crazy death berserker rage.
I mean, mine are the shadows creeping in on you.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna do something.
Sure.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Yeah. All right.
I have this as a rote. It's the first time I'll actually be able to fucking cast it in a relevant situation, because we've been doing fucking ghost and werewolf bullshit. Time to do some mage
that's
shit.
right. It's a prime 1 spell. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a practice to resurrect corpses, and I've never done it.
Like I said, you need to just go find a Morrow's cabinet. Be like, dude, what's the hookup? Okay. All right. By compelling, blah blah blah. Not potent enough to dispel an archmages. Yep. In addition, must include all arcana, which you're like, yeah, that's fine. And it suppresses the spell for duration. And then, if you want to spend mana to obliterate it with a lasting. Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'll.
It's because of that last line of the +2 reach. The caster knows one of her spells was destroyed.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was about to suggest. I was
sending a message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
And I'm doing this in as soon as I can get the mudras together. This is just fuck this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how much potency are you putting into it? Because you have to beat their arcanum rating of the caster. So you're not trying to beat the arcana of the spell, which would just be 2.
Does meeting equal it or no?
No, because then there's 0
so
potency.
I'm gonna go to 6.
Okay. And you're already at 2?
I'm already at 3.
3, yeah, that's right. Prime 3.
So, all right.
Minus 6. Minus 6 for your potency.
So I just need for reach. I just need the +2 and instant. But I have rogue, so it's fine.
Hands on it. Yep. You don't care about duration because you're literally just going to make it go away.
So I've got athletics and high speech for +5. And I'm going to put a willpower in this as well.
Send that message. Cool. Right for your reach is 5 because it's 1 dot spell. 2 -6. Yep, 5. So -1 plus 8 is 7.
Yep.
Yep. And you walk me through this. What does that look like?
I think it's
or more specifically, what happens to the? Oh yeah, go for it. Go yeah.
So like everyone's still got their mage slide up probably because I think I just do this like all in 1 second. So you're gonna see my nimbus as well,
right?
So like berserker rage starts like filling around you and stuff like that. And I think because it's athletics is the mudra, and so I think I'm kind of like just like bobbing and weaving for a second, and then I just like slam my hand down on it and just like crackle, and it's just like shatter, like the high speech runes just like shatter apart.
Dig it. Yep. And somewhere
someone knows.
Someone knows.
Somebody goes, the fuck? Cool. And yeah, don't forget to spend that point of mana. That's bitchin' though. I like that. Cool.
So,
would you say it's bitchin' and dramatic enough for a bonus XP?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'll go with that. Especially since, I mean...
That's the first one you've given out.
Well, that, and we also have to bear in mind, because there are consequences.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. So...
I don't want to go.
You can't make me...
Like, it's more that I don't want to walk into whatever they have set up for us.
We're invited to dinner.
On their terms.
That's fine. As you told Logan, there's plenty of ways to get out, right?
I don't know what they've got set up. These are mages. We've never fucked with mages. Maybe
take
they just
Mammon and drive out there.
Maybe they just want to talk
ahead of time.
But
scout the place out ahead of time.
Yeah, we've got like a week, right? Or not a week. It's like 2 days.
I think we're because it's April 5th.
It's like Tuesday of that week, right? And the thing's on Friday.
The following Friday, I think, is where we're at, right?
No, we had passed the 31st.
Yeah,
we had passed the 31st. Yeah.
So we got like 2 days to do whatever.
Okay, well, presently, do you want to work on talking to some cherubim tomorrow?
I'm down with that. Do y'all have summoned something before? What was it like? What did they ask of you?
I don't know what cherubim want. That's...
Me neither.
You should ask an Obrimus.
I have a
feeling. Because it's going to ask you something. And you need to be prepared to give it a good answer or give it the thing it wants. Otherwise, it's not going to give you what you want.
I have a feeling I know what it wants.
Truths?
Or what, a truth. But I don't know that for sure.
Do you know of anyone who might have done this before? But we haven't met the Obrimus.
Surprisingly, it's all just this entire concilium. It's just all Occultists.
I will tell you, because you wouldn't... Oh, shoot, I can't change him. Hold, please. I changed one person to an Obrimos, and then I realized, oh, wait, no, they're the Obrimos, they're the Canthus counselor, so no, they can't. It just means I have to change somebody else, which is fine. That's fine. So,
Who's
I don't
the
see why you have
Obrimos
to
counselor?
change. Acanthists are just awesome.
because there's a counselor for each path.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yes.
Who's the Obrimos counselor? Some
Yep.
some
About
silver ladder person I've
It's
never
about to
seen
make
before.
one, probably.
Yep. Counselors. Ooh.
I mean, I've
Nope.
never met a Moros in my concilium. I've never met a Moros, actually.
Okay. Hadramiel.
Another angel.
Obrimos, man. They have a thing.
I was gonna say it's kind of our thing. I'm the weird one.
Yep. Because Borsine. Who's the other one? Cameo.
Cameo.
Yep.
They're either an Obrimos or a fucking elf.
Do you mention that name? Like as you guys are talking, like Camiel's name as you guys are chit chatting.
Sure.
Okay. Weird. You recognize the name Camiel.
Do I?
Craig might not.
No, Craig might not, but weird.
yeah.
Okay.
Weird does. Camiel is the interfector for the concilium.
Right.
Do you remember what the interfectors are?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we know what an
What's an
interfector is?
interfector? Yeah. You gonna tell us?
If you're,
No?
yeah, if you're part of the concilium, then you would know what an interfector is.
Mhm.
You don't become part of Mage Society without kind of knowing some way about what interfectors do.
What did they do?
Can we tell Chris and Ash what they
Yeah. 'cause we
I'm
don't
pulling up
know.
the official name. The interfectors are the masked executors of justice who carry out the sentences the concilium passes. Only a guardian of the
Cool.
veil can hold this post, and most interfectors serve all the concilia within the local guardian caucuses.
Oh, that was the guy in the book who was tasked to
Mhm.
execute
Yeah.
the girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. From the short stories, guys.
No, I was in the short story. It was in the actual book.
Oh, okay. The short story actually they pulled those because the short
Mhm.
stories came out and then they put them into the second ed book. But yes,
Mhm.
the interfector was the one who basically, okay, you've already
Decided
been judged.
you were innocent and went and killed the right guy.
But yeah,
Right.
interfectors, generally speaking, they're the executioners.
Not pleasant
The
people.
well, no, okay. So from a Guardians of the Veil perspective, the interfector is somebody who sacrifices their wisdom to benefit the entire concilium.
I mean, most of them use a mask for it, so they don't. But yes,
Fucking
mask,
Guardians, dude.
MASQUB. Because I'm just going to decide
Made shit.
I never take an active hubris whenever I use this particular spell. That spell also happens to be the one I use to kill people.
Seems good.
So let's
or it-
not chat with them, right?
well, I mean, bear in mind, they're not necessarily bad,
They're
you
not.
know. Yep. But
Still don't want to talk to him.
but yeah, and if it's a Moros interfector, they're probably not killing you. They're probably just snatching your soul up. But yeah, so yeah, Weird goes, by the way, that name, interfector. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Avoid. Nice.
So, but yes, Hadramiel, who is, he is Silver Ladder Obrimos.
Do we know how to contact him?
You don't, but you do know somebody who's kind of the secretary of the Concilium and keeps track of who's who and what cabals are where. So yeah, Shodell. Probably
Shodell.
be, mhm.
Can you give us an email address? Would that be too
Or-
convenient?
whatever contact. Yeah, I'm trying to decide Hadramiel. Yeah, I know how you can contact Hadramiel.
With a pigeon.
But is that what you guys do? You kind of call it Shodell?
Yeah,
and-
call Shadell
okay.
and ask him to put us in contact.
So Shodell says, okay, Hadramiel, I don't know what his mundane job is, but yeah, he does have a email address. He also has a cell phone, both of which are available for anybody who has official complaints or issues or something to bring up to the Concilium. I don't know about personal stuff, but I mean, Obrimos to Obrimos, that that might be enough to get his interest. I don't know how often, I don't know how busy he is. He's a counselor, so he's got stuff to do, but
Sure. Yeah, I will send not a text message.
An email. We'll be
An
professional.
email, yeah.
okay. It's super precise, like,
Yeah.
professional. Cool. So yeah, you send that email winging off.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you guys are up to in the meantime? Oh, what do you actually ask in the email?
I ask for advice and or information about summoning cherubim, what they might ask of me, and then like mentioned like what I'm asking to summon,
Gotcha.
and like to kind of like give a little bit more info,
Okay.
not spelling out everything, but
Right. Yeah. I'm going to be trying to, find some information. What should I try to summon? What should I expect, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. Anything else you guys have planned for the evening?
Not particularly.
Just want to say this dinner's probably a bad idea.
it could be something great though. Chris is excited.
It is possible that this is a dangerous opportunity.
Yeah.
And I totally get that that's an adamantine arrow thing. Throwing yourself headlong into danger.
I mean, I sent my point.
Yeah. I mean, I
Also, I don't want to hear it weird, miss. I'm going to lead the charge into
Yeah.
the underworld.
I just don't want to. I want to know who sent it. I'm cautious about walking into what they have set up for us. If we could meet them on neutral ground, that would be great. But I don't know of any way to contact them. I mean, you've sent your message. We can see if they contact us again.
I could just pick up a phone and get the guy who sent the letter.
You cannot target the person. You don't know who it is. Oh, actually, with your spell,
Yeah.
You just dial a number and get
I
a
don't-
person.
I can have a name or an image or
But you don't have a name or an image. Oh, you saw the guy, right?
I saw the guy.
Image, yeah.
It's true.
let's see here. Is that fate? I think it's fate.
Yeah, it's fate. Lucky
number.
number.
Because
Call him. See how that goes.
right. Because what the spell is on is the thing that the information or the spell uses the input device as a subject. Right.
Mhm. Yeah, in the short story about joint custody, the
I'm totally
can't decide
fine
or
with
just
just going.
picked up and called a random person and got the
Right.
guy who was working against her.
Just cast Fool's Rush in and we'll be fucking fine.
Fair enough.
Okay. So as you guys kind of chit chat, kind of go back and forth, what do we want to do and stuff like that? Songbird, you get an email back.
Mhm.
Click.
And it's 10 numbers. And then the words, call me.
Cool. I like go off to my room to
Sure.
talk.
Yeah, call. And there is probably, a little bit older than you voice, probably into early 40s, male voice, as you pick up, or as they pick up, Songbird.
Hello.
Oh, good. This is Hydramia. Well, you called me. You should know that. What you are doing is dangerous. Potentially foolhardy if you've done very too little, no research. But it sounds like you have the plan to do that no matter what, regardless of what I say. So,
I think
go ahead.
I think the beginning of my research was getting in contact with you.
Also, like, you have people who have summoned things before.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
There's pros
Not
of
gonna
this,
lie,
right?
you were like one of the few Abrimos that I've.
Just want to point out
Yeah.
that was completely by the seat of our pants.
It works. It's fine.
Very well. Well, I don't know you.
Sorry to bother you, by the way.
Don't know. To be fair, talking of this kind of stuff is always interesting to me, and as part of as a counselor, it is my job to advise other Obrimos. So I do not mind. I wasn't busy. I just had to finish dinner. And he says, "Okay, very well. How have you prepared so far?"
I have a domain.
Very good.
It is decorated with prime.
Very good.
I know rather specifically what I am trying to find out. Meaning I'm not asking, I don't think I'm asking too broad of a subject for it to be put against me or twisted in any way.
Good. And what are because you mentioned, sorry, me cutting it. You mentioned specifically cherubim that you were summoning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and what secondary arcana do you think this is going to fall under?
Space would be my
trying to find something or
first
locate
instinct.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And connections to other people.
From my experience, depending on the...
Although it could be time.
Because it's been lost for a long time.
With... he probably has a term, but I don't know what it would be. But yeah, for a entity of space, from my personal experience, they want to be shown something, or if a particularly high-ranking entity, it may very well demand that you have a show of force or show of knowledge and grasping of truth. If it ends up being time, many of them want to see or know a path and a changing. The specific entity, if you don't have a specific entity in mind, then that is about as accurate as I could be. And you've prepared. How have your spells been? Have you brushed against the abyss?
Nope.
Good. Do you have anybody helping you?
Weird can't help you, can she?
Yeah. My cabal mates are here, but I don't know that they'll be intrinsically involved in the ritual.
Okay, not Obrimos. Okay. I would have some signal. I'm kind of old school, so I do the old string around the ankle routine, so that I can be pulled away should something happen to me. But that's also kind of my personal casting. As I go before something holy. But beyond that, it sounds as though you're prepared as much as I could tell you, though without asking more questions about what it is you seek. If you're willing to give me more information, I may be able to provide more, but I understand if you're...
A lost grimoire.
Prime does make sense. Space makes sense. And so you're trying to find where it is gone. Yeah, it's going to... depending on what you get, it's either going to ask for proof that you are not stealing a grimoire, something that you have earned this, or show of ownership, some connection to it. Very likely, you are very likely to have a cherubim with a tie to space.
Cool.
Beyond that, I'm not sure. I would keep I would not reach too high. A simple question like this, get a simple, vague answer and stick to a lower ranking entity. Trying to risk summoning a higher entity and wasting its time may be a foolhardy decision.
Fair.
I wish you luck, and do send me an email with the results of your
results.
With the results of your inquiry.
Well,
if you get its name, make sure to record that just for the future.
Mhm.
And if you get an email that's just a lot of just kind of keyboard slaps, things probably didn't go so great.
I will mourn you at your funeral.
Thank you, Hadramiel.
It is my pleasure. Email me and then click.
Cool. I'm excited. I want to do this.
Hadramiel is one of my favorite characters. Like, please call him. Yes.
All right.
Didn't you say that you would be Hadramiel pretty much?
Yeah.
Pretty
Silver
close.
Ladder Brimos, yeah.
Cool. I mean, that's it for tonight, right?
Yeah, I think we're probably done here.
Mm-hmm. For a second, I thought you meant with the game. I'm like, hang on, man. I've
No,
got another 15
hell no.
minutes.
For the evening.
Right. Cool. So, night passes. Don't think you guys had anything else.
Before it gets too late, I wanted to make a phone call
Okay.
to Shordell.
Okay. Hi, Weird.
Hi. So, Hallows.
Yeah.
We're looking to get access to one for us. Out of
Okay.
character, I have an experience I'm going to put into a Hallow.
Oh, okay.
So if there's one unused, we can clean up and sort of take over.
Do you have that particular territory that you're looking at?
Manhattan.
Okay.
We were looking.
Just the whole thing.
Shrink
No,
that
out
one
of
down.
out of character. Where we were looking at what area?
East Village.
In the East Village. We're looking at possibly setting up a meeting place for mages as a cabal sort of aspiration.
Interesting. Okay, East Village. I will see what our records have and what our other records have, and I will let you know.
Thank you.
Hello, dog.
Sure.
She thought I was talking to her.
Team player and all that, right?
Yep. And hey, then it's your Hallow, so cool.
Exactly.
All right. I will have to. So East Village, where is that at exactly? Get all the way back here to Manhattan. East Village. Oh, okay. Cool. We've got it. Oh, right around
Close-ish
Tompkins
to
Square Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. So yeah, I will figure out exactly which one or two he might suggest.
I'm really looking forward to Songbird's part of this plan, which is going to be recruit the bartenders, which is going to involve going and drinking a lot of cocktails and finding which which bartender is a mage.
Is a mage.
Secretly.
Yeah.
All right. So
I went to join you on this.
that was weird. Tritus, you said you were done for the night.
Yeah, I'm
Songbird
good.
was done for the night. Cool. Next morning, we'll just go ahead and mark it down that weird. You take one lethal wound because you're going to scour your pattern, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And it is resistant, so no speeding up the healing, which means
2 days.
2 days.
See, weird definitely can't help in this, right?
Mm-mm.
Because
No.
you were paradox.
And
Well, I can't help, but I'm going to be more of a detriment than I would actually be in
Right.
aid.
And let's see here. Right. Because it's Gnosis -3. Is that what we did
For what?
for when Atratus was helping? What did you roll? I'm trying to remember. Was it just your Gnosis?
She didn't roll.
I rolled like 2 dice at a time.
Okay. Yeah.
It was
okay.
Gnosis.
All right. Okay. But
Oh, yeah, it was just a Gnosis roll. That's right, because I had no Arcana that were relevant.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, the next morning, how soon do you start this songbird, or do you have some other stuff you need to do
I
first?
start like laying stuff out.
All right.
And,
So
no, I don't have space magic. Mammon's not here.
Mm-mm.
So outside of Songbird putting a fucking globe in the middle of a circle,
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm going to try and like extra bait the space.
Mm-hmm. Well, bear in mind the entity like that shows up is usually based on the
idea of the summoning.
right, and the
The
extra
question.
stuff that comes into it is based on like incorporating certain items and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, let's go through.
Yeah.
let's see,
What
what time? 10 minutes. Okay.
are the
Uh,
items for a Mestigus path?
Lots of worked stuff, sharp, pointy stuff. But in this case, because you're talking about more, because this is still a cherubim, so it is prime stuff.
Mhm.
The space stuff is going to be about connections and places and distance and
Mhm.
boundaries. That's space. So now you can, like I said, decide to weave in some correspondence, or you can roll intelligence plus occult. I would go even so far, because this is happening beforehand, that you may be like, I'm bad at this. Weird. Travis, can you guys at least help me prep
Yeah. Can I do this?
if you want? Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
so intelligence plus occult, and then
Yeah,
for
that'd
each.
be a two dice roll for me.
Okay, so intelligence and occult and nothing else.
Correct.
Yeah.
2 successes. Cool. So that shaves off a success from
Okay.
your target. So let us start at the top. So we have a base of 10 successes.
Mhm.
What rank are you aiming for?
I think just rank 1.
Okay. Now, bear in mind, one of the other things is to see what spells they could cast, because that gives you an idea of what kind of power they have, because they can cast spells from
Right.
their stuff. So now, in this case, I think you're actually pretty decent, because locate object is one of them at a 1 dot.
Just seeing if there's any particular.
The other one being correspondence. So, like you would, if you had 2, that would help you like scry to it.
Okay. Let's go with the rank 2 then.
Okay.
I don't think that's like shooting above my pay grade here, but
Well,
we'll find out.
Each rank beyond
It's
1
5.
adds 5 successes, right?
Yep.
So,
But my domain subtracts 3, so
Right.
it's
it's not too
coming
bad.
out
No.
fairly close to neutral there.
I'm just making sure you know what you're paying. So okay, so we had 10, so we're up to 15. Are you adding any successes to extend the duration that they can be here?
I'll do 2, so like an hour. Or how much does it start with?
Immediately, but they
Oh, okay.
right, but that's them taking damage, which is not like an unfortunate thing. That's just the body that they formed
Yeah,
falling
that's
apart.
fine. Well, I'm gonna give it an hour.
Okay.
It seems like a good faith sort of thing.
Sure.
To
So
like
10,
not just summon
15.
it to its immediate being hurt.
Why am I trying to
So
do
7?
this all in my head?
We're at 17.
17. Yep. I'm over here trying to do this on my hands, and it's like, oh right, I have a notepad. Okay.
So I think 14 is the, or 13 is the total.
Well, I'm starting at the top and I'm working my way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I just did that.
Oh, so are you doing anything to protect the area?
Oh. How many rolls do I get?
I believe it's resolve plus composure plus any
Can-
successes.
We help with that too.
No, the resolve plus composure is just literally him.
Okay. So I get 5.
Oh.
And then
What is protecting the area?
That basically gives him more rolls.
How do we do that?
Literally, it's you decide to put more successes for each
modifier.
one success you add to protecting the area. That gives you one more roll.
So I will add 2 rolls that I can do.
Okay. And
So
you
you
said
need
so
I'll
that gives
have
you 7.
7 free rolls.
You need 15 successes.
At this point now 16. Because we were
Well, technically, it's at 19 right now. It's going to come down some.
Can Weird help with setting it up too? She can't help with actual summoning, but oh.
No, we're just going to do the one.
No sleepers. Nobody else present. It's oriented to my correct realm, so that's fine. I haven't caused a paradox.
Right. And then subtract.
I'm in my domain, so subtract 3, and then Atratus got me 1.
Right. So 15 is your total.
So 15.
Yep. And you've got 7 rolls, which you're rolling Gnosis plus Prime, so you're rolling 6?
5 dice.
5? Oh, right. Still 2 Gnosis. Yep.
Cool.
All right.
And I can start throwing willpower if I start running low.
Yep.
Or not making it close, I guess.
Yep. Now, bear in mind, we
It
didn't
does
have...
take an hour per roll.
does
right?
take an hour per roll. It takes 1 mana. And if you do get 0 successes on a roll, you can either break off or take a condition. Which, hey, that for me is that's just free XP. But cool.
So
All
I
right.
can't even be in the room when they're doing the summoning. Eh?
No.
Atratus isn't there either.
Yep.
Oh, I can't look. Want to see it.
Well, once the
It's in
summoning
May.
is complete, then
Yeah, you can come in. I'll holler.
Oh, once you've got it, if you get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
If I yell green light, you can come in. If I yell red light,
That means the abyss
It
has
is-
showed up. Please bring a
Please
hammer.
help.
bring me my very sharp knives.
I'm pretty sure that's like laid out on the ritual, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let us.
All right. So here we go.
Cool.
Not a good start.
Not really.
Not a good start. 4, 5 total.
Yep.
Willpower.
Okay. Oh man.
Willpower.
Sure.
Okay.
Up to 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 5 more.
Now, hang on. Oh no, 4 successes. Shoot. Sorry. Go ahead.
Should have shot for the weak one.
12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
Okay. Do you keep going now?
I do.
Because for you, basically, I
Roll
start
unmodified gnosis.
Mhm. For every roll
And
that
if
you
you
make.
get to my 7,
Mhm.
The
Successes.
sanctum doesn't apply to those rolls?
No, Sanctum doesn't
Okay,
give
yeah.
bonuses to that.
Just making sure.
Yep. Yeah. To your 7 doses. No,
7 rolls.
I have to. If the storyteller accrues a number of successes equal to Gnosis plus primary arcanum.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, you only get.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't double dip for those
Nope.
protections. Okay, that makes sense. All right, that's fine.
Yep.
Do I roll first or do you?
I mean, doesn't matter.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Last point of willpower.
That's our roll 8, and I'm going to roll Gnosis. Okay,
I'm at 14, so I need one more, right?
need one more.
Okay.
Let me roll, and we will see what actually shows up.
So you get 2 rolls.
You.
Okay.
Oh, man.
This is a ridiculous amount of not successes. It's fucking insane, honestly.
I know you are cursed. I'm hoping that they have some more stuff of that in Signs and Sorcery. Please, Dave Brookshaw, give us Signs of Sorcery. You kind of, similar to, well, of course you weren't there, but Weird had that like the energy building in the room, and then there's this snap, and what does the ritual circle for Abrimos look like? What is it just a circle? Have you decorated it up?
Yeah, I think I've got like a variety of like some daggers and axes, and they're all pointed out from the circle.
Gotcha. Cool.
And then like I think my grimoire is like that I've recently scribed is there and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah, out from, let's see here. We good. Oh man, we're gonna do this perfectly. It's gonna be cliffhanger time. Yeah, within the circle, just like there's that snap, and there is just like a folding of space, very, sci-fi womp. And just there is this, it looks like screw it. It looks like this like Viking skald, right? Absolutely, like ripped but old, old man strength kind of stuff. Gray heavy hair done up in, braids and stuff like that. And all over like bare chest are these like massive stylized eyes, like scribed into flesh, kind of scarification kind of stuff, and just steps forward and like looks down at you. This thing is like 9 feet tall, and just looks at you and says, "What do you want?" We'll just leave it there.
All right.
And very specifically, because now
can I keep him?
Right, and that'll give me a week to come up with his band and what is actually looking for, because I was like, rank 1, sure, yeah, that's all you need. Rank 2, this might actually require me to think about this, because that might be a slightly different ban. Rank 1s are easy. Rank 2, I'm like,
I'm gonna go ahead and mark myself an arcane beat here.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yes, 9 foot tall juggernaut covered in scarred eyes and gray grizzly beard. I was like, because originally I was going to do the classic angelic,
or as I call him, Dad.
Classic angelic covered in eyes on wings, and I was
Too
like,
many wings.
yeah, I was like, no, because
That's fine for Hadramiel. That's not fine for
Right.
Songbird.
Yep. So cool. Thank you guys for hanging out and joining us on this, kind of chill day. And then Songbird was like, by the way, I want 15 successes. Okay.
and went over. That's a big risk.
2 over, which by the
But it
way,
worked.
only 1 success. So
I figured I was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, if your successes match my successes, I probably got like 6 more rolls.
right. But for me, I love the tension of just how many, especially like once we get into like Weird starts to summon stuff, and you guys are like, oh, I have 5 Gnosis. Oh, right. But that means I have 5, every roll. And oh yeah.
Right.
So good stuff. So we will see you guys next week, where we will spend a little time figuring out what Memon has been up to.
Stay lucky.
Bye. God, it's spreading.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on this latest episode. I'm going to keep this one short, guys. Come join us on Discord. Links down the bottom. If you want to join in the conversation, we talk about the latest episode. We talk about past episodes. We talk about playing Mage, playing the other Chronicles of Darkness games, all that stuff in there. Great place to hang out. Everybody's been super chill. It's been a comfortable community to hang out with. So if you're even interested in the game beyond, the show, come hang out. If you want to see more stuff from the show, definitely come join us on Patreon, patreon.com/occultistanonymous, where not only I post all the videos in there, so it's a handy way to keep track of them all, but we also post kind of our side content, so like Ash and John's Q&A answers. They're over on Patreon. I've been posting Weird's journals from in real life a couple months ago. I've been posting those as well. And if you decide that you want to pledge and back us, that's cool too, but not required to see most of this stuff. Some of it is just time gated. And then, of course, if you want to hang out and kind of tweet at me and yell at me during the day, you can also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/occultista. And we will see you next week. Bye.